That might help. I'll just show you what I was looking at. That wood's been sitting there for many months. Yeah, it's cold, but then again it's December. When I woke this morning it was -17, but that's warming up. So they're actually going to see what is part of a project I'm really dragging my heels on. But tonight I'm sleeping in a trench, foxhole. Yeah, this is one of my favourite spots. Yeah, I've not been here for a long time, and there is a very large amount of animal activity. These are roe deer, from what I can remember. That was my shelter, and it kind of looks like someone, I say someone, an animal. Some little footprints. Looks like they've gone actually in there. So they do go around. But yeah, clear skies. Lots of activity. That is a fox, I think. And there's me. Footprints, and somewhere up here is an enormous, I'm going to assume it's a small moose. I can find the dang thing. No, can't find it now, typical. There's an activity of probably the pigs digging up the moss, trying to find some mushrooms and things. And there's another one just over there in the middle. But yeah, so they're still active. I might get to see something this afternoon if I'm quiet. Meatballs and pasta. It's already going cold. The temperature is -5 now. It's warming up. It's supposed to snow in about an hour, but the skies are still clear. It would be a shame, because if it did snow, it means it'll warm up to about -1 or +1. Oh, thank you, Rickard, for this awesome hat. It's a Swedish Army winter cap. And it's got drop-down sides. and a little bit you can pull down at the front. But when you do this in this setup, I kind of feel like an extra in a Star Wars movie. But I have to say, it is very warm. But it's going to get dark at 3:30, or sunset at 3:30, and then the temperature will start plummeting again. The forecast says -9, -10, but that's also what it said yesterday, and it was actually -17 when I got up this morning, and it was probably -17 for most of the night. Maybe colder. I've not had this before, it's quite good. Knorr pasta snack pot. The tiniest meatballs you've ever seen. Squirrel nuts, that's what they are. Yeah, so I'm all dressed up for the occasion, as a gentleman would be. So yeah, this hat is awesome. It's army surplus. As I said, it's Swedish. I think it's M59 or M39 or M whatever. Might even be M90. I have seen another Swedish bushcrafters video channel, and he was saying, he was showing obviously his army surplus stuff that he's got for when he goes out in the winter, and he was saying that they're not allowed to put the flaps down because it hinders your vision at the sides. And my peripheral vision is definitely not hindered, so I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Yeah, a good winter hat. If you're bored of your woolly hats anyway. So, from the bottom up, I've got my British Army wet weather Hakes boots. Swapped out the insole for a thermal wool liner insole. I've got some chemical foot warmers in there as well, but I don't think they're working because they went out of date apparently on 2019, so my toes are a little bit cold. I have merino wool thermal underwear on, and obviously these trousers are fleece lined. They're like soft shell jacket but trousers. You might have seen them on online shopping websites claiming they're good to -30. I can guarantee you they are not, unless you're running in them maybe, but they are very warm. They are very, very warm trousers, and I can recommend buying them at least anyway, for the price is quite cheap. Yeah, so my top half, merino wool underwear, long sleeve. Then I have a British Army wool shirt that is from World War II apparently. On top of that, I think you can probably see it here, I've got my Dutch Army wool fleece, so I'm definitely woolied up. And on top of that, I've just got this jacket, which is obviously, once you've got that 3 layers of wool, all you really need is something to keep the wind out. So I've got this Berghaus Berryhus jacket, which was my father's. I thought it was good enough for him in the Falkland Islands. Good enough for me here. Waterproof winter leather trousers, gloves. The winter ones. I'm still shaking because I'm just sitting here at the moment, aren't I? So just trying to warm my core with my lunch. But yeah, the last spoonful or forkful is officially stone cold. Why not? I'm not sure if the camera's showing this, but it's actually starting to get dark already. So I've had my lunch, processed hopefully enough wood. I've still got to take out the wood from my little wood store. I've chopped some big logs into half, so I've got a nice decent fire tonight. But I need to get the shelter up before it gets dark. And I'll probably be cooking in the dark. Woo. 10 pegs. Okay. Going to need those. Right. This is going to be a proper little stealth camp tonight, isn't it? Okay. I had levelled this floor, but obviously in the cold it's all gone lampy. Right, so ground level. Oh, I'm super stealthy tonight. So that one needs to go back more, doesn't it? And that one needs adjusting all these loose bits. So underneath, just get that reflective bit squared out, and then I can get everything pulled in. Is that better? So yeah, I moved that down because the wind is actually blowing into that gap. I wanted some ventilation, but if it does snow in the night and the wind is blowing from here to the shelters, obviously it's going to fill up the shelter with snow. So yeah, I've dropped that down, which does make the front very, very low, which I don't really like, but should keep me warm. So we have the wood there, we have more wood piled up there, and there's a huge log. So there's a big log there. That's better, isn't it? You can see now. There's lots and lots of wood there, and some fairly large logs. Those ones standing up are about 15 centimetres across, so they're split into two. There's a few of those. There's a pile of hardwood over there, but yeah, that big log sitting there is actually a piece of beech, so it's hardwood. So that'll go on when things get really nasty tonight, or when I go to bed. But let's have a look. So there's our profile. Oh my god, proper little stealth camp. Oh, literally at ground level. Here comes round. You can see the pile of wood there better now, can't you? Green bag obviously is my food bag, and there's a lot of wood. And there are more logs in the wood store which you can't see. It's over there somewhere. It's over there. And then, so yeah, so if I do run out, which I doubt very much, I can always grab some more. So yeah, get the fire started. I think it's about 4 o'clock. Actually probably about 4:30 now. It's very dark. It's not pitch black. and it's hard to tell if there's any clouds. So it's 4:45 p.m. and I've got the fire started. Lots of kindling, because obviously I didn't process any of the wood down into anything smaller. As you can see, I've laid out the split logs from the wood store around the edge of the fire so they can dry out. Any frost that's on there will get melted. And it's warmed up a bit. It's now 3 degrees, or minus 3 degrees. Obviously it's still saying the indoor bit is not good. So. Okay, I'll get some better coals and I'll start cooking my dinner. I can have a quick look in the shelter. Oh, awesome wool slippers. Got me mattress already inflated. I've got a fleece blanket down there as well for later tonight. The sleeping bag won't go in to the temperature that it will drop to. As it's so cold, I already need to recharge the battery on this thing. So I'll put this on charge and I'll catch up with you when it's time to cook din-dins. And something a little different tonight. So tonight I'm having a rusty with smoked pork, and I believe there's cheese in there as well. And the cooking instructions say put on a medium heat. Not that I really have much choice. Shredded potatoes, or it's actually smoked bacon. Oh, don't want to lose it before it. There we go. Oh, a proper winter warmer. Sure there's more in there. It's not going to come out. Right then. Wish me luck. Is that a medium heat? There's only one way to find out. Alright then. Louis. Well, this definitely wasn't a medium heat. It's supposed to go crispy, but obviously you can't really control the temperature that comes out of the... Okay, spoon or spoon, yeah. Time for shoveling food. Smoke, steam. I'm here, I promise. Yeah, so I've thrown some more logs on the fire. Oh. Black crispy bits, not good. Okay. Yeah, it's edible. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if you can see, I put a pole in the middle of the shelter just to prop up the tarp a little bit more, so because it was sloping down so much you couldn't really see what was going on unless you were laying down, then you could see the fire. But propping it up, I can sit in there later and at least see the fire, and that should warm up the shelter a little bit more. So I'm going to eat this before it freezes. Oh. The only part of me that's actually cold is my toes. And this isn't really going to do much until it starts warming up the rest of my body. Yeah, so I'll eat this. Put some water on to boil. Make myself a hot drink of some sort. As you can tell, I haven't got my hat on anymore. I've just got a little headband on. Multi-scarf. It is currently minus 2.4 degrees Celsius in the shelter, outside the shelter, and inside the shelter I don't know because it only goes down to 0. I thought, yeah, I'm warming up a little bit. Get rid of the hat. Put this on and I can have my headlamp on too, without it causing a nuisance. I think it's about 6 o'clock, 6 PM obviously, and it is definitely pitch black. Ooh. So I decided to have my hot drink later, mainly because I wasn't really in the mood for it after dinner. So I've got a hot chocolate. It's a caramel hot chocolate. Halfway through the firewood, I ended up putting that big one on about 7 o'clock, so probably a little bit too early. But I've had a nice warm fire. Temperature is minus 2.3 and it is 7.0 in the shelter, but when I've been sitting in there I've had the jacket undone, no headgear, I'm in quite warm. So yeah, I'm just going to drink this. So I've got something warm. Oh, I've got a cookie to eat as well, so I've got some calories, so it help keep me warm while I'm going to sleep. Obviously when you eat something before you go to bed, your body's working a bit more as well, so it helps you keep warm too. So yes, I'm just going to do this, and then I'll get my sleeping bag unpacked and get my bed clothes out as well. Obviously I'm not going to wear the clothes I'm wearing now, because in the morning it's going to be too cold because I won't feel the benefit, as they say. According to the weather report, we're going to have snowfall
somewhere between 8 and 10 in the morning tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to make sure I've got some firewood for the morning, so I'm not going to be freezing my bits off when I get out of bed. Well, I've learned that lesson a few times. Is that me or the drink or the fire? Bit of both. So yeah, I'll have my supper. Supper. And then I'll check in with you once I've getting all my bedding sorted as well. So cheers. I'll see you in a few minutes. So, fleece pyjamas / well, that was sold as fleece thermal underwear, or the second layer, but I've seen them for sailors, fleece pyjamas as well. It is currently minus 2.3 still, and it is 9.8 degrees Celsius in the shelter. Well, up there anyway. It's warm at this end than it is that end. I think it might be too warm. I have contingency plans for the night. If it does get flipping cold, I've got a extreme weather, there's an Arctic face mask basically. Again, Swedish Army. It's this leather, but like a suede flock lining on the inside. This is fantastic. I have slept in minus 10 with this, and it is awesome. It's kind of the only time in my entire life I've ever said, "Oh, my eyes are cold." It's the only bit of you that's exposed, because it's a mummy sleeping bag. So I've got that to hand just in case, but hopefully it won't get that bad tonight. So it's been a good day. I think it's about 10 o'clock now. I've stoked the fire, put a couple of more of the big logs. I've got a few more. I'll show you, it's easier, isn't it? Come. So that's the fire. I've got a half log sitting up there. I've got some beech and another log quartered as well, so that should do me for the morning. Or should I get cold in the night? So I think I might be too hot in the sleeping bag right now. Okay, so I will say good night, and if anything happens in the night, obviously I'll let you know. If not, good night. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's just coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning. It's minus 2.5 still, so it didn't get super freezing, so I like that. The fire went out, and I'm going to have to restart it just so I can warm up. It became overcast before I went to bed. I didn't see any stars, so I'm assuming it was overcast. So I'm going to have to So if it does start snowing, I need to be ready to go if it's going to be a heavy snow. If not, I should just take my time, warm up at the fire and pack up and have some breakfast. I think I've got some apple soup or porridge, I haven't really decided. And then hopefully it will get light. That would be nice. So right now it's pitch black still. I think sunrise is like 8:30 or something. So, can you see that? There we go. So yeah, I shall motivate and we'll see you soon. Oh, the fire's going with the last of my logs. But that should be enough just to get me warm anyway. I don't need an all-day fire. But yeah. Are we going to see anything with the camera? Still night time. That's me pointing up at the sky, believe it or not. But yeah. Have a nice, relaxing, stress-free morning. Right, so that's the fire doused. Tummy's all warmed up. As you can see, I'm all packed up. Sun is rising, so it's probably about 8:30 now. And I will say thank you for watching. I'll trudge back home. I will see you on the next one.